What if the moment you think your life began never actually happened? What if everything you believe about your starting point is simply a construct, a story you've been programmed to accept? Understanding this one idea could shatter the chains holding you back from your true potential. Because if birth is not the beginning, then what is? Imagine living without the limitations of a past you can't change, a future you fear, a body you hate, and a mind that betrays you. Imagine being able to rewrite your story, not just mentally, but experientially. This isn't about positive thinking. This is about understanding the very fabric of reality and your place within it. Just consider the placebo effect. A sugar pill can alleviate physical pain simply because someone believes it will. If belief can alter physical reality in such a tangible way, what else is possible when you start questioning the fundamental nature of your existence? Who are you, really, without the story of your birth, the narrative of your past? Why are you here, if not simply to follow a predetermined path from beginning to end? And what is reality itself, if the starting point is an illusion? The truth is, our conventional understanding of time as a linear progression, a straight line from birth to death, may be a drastic oversimplification. Consider the alternative. Cyclical time, where events repeat in patterns, or even more radically, the block universe theory, where all moments past, present, and future exist simultaneously. Picture a film reel. We experience it frame by frame in sequence, but all the frames are there all at once. Now, imagine that film reel is your life. The implications of this are staggering. If all moments are happening at once in a grand, interconnected reality, it means that every event, every person, every choice is woven into an intricate tapestry far beyond our linear comprehension. Think about synchronicities, those uncanny coincidences that seem to defy logic. Have you ever thought of someone and then received a call from them moments later? Or perhaps stumbled upon a book that contained the exact solution to a problem you were grappling with? These aren't just random occurrences. They are glimpses into a deeper interconnectedness. Perhaps we aren't simply traveling a straight line, but navigating pre-existing paths within this eternal now. Think of it like a choose-your-own-adventure book. The entire story is already written, but you get to choose which path to take, which experiences to unlock. But who wrote the book? What determines the choices available to us? If birth is an illusion, what is the nature of your existence within this simultaneous reality? What determines your experience? Do you even have free will, or is everything predetermined? And if you could understand the underlying structure, the hidden code of this reality, could you change your path? Could you rewrite your story? That's what we'll explore together as we delve into the profound implications of quantum physics, the wisdom of ancient traditions, and the power of your own personal experience to unlock a reality beyond the illusion of birth. So, if our perceived reality is just one frame in an infinite film reel, how do we even begin to grasp the bigger picture? Let's start by exploring a concept from the realm of theoretical physics that offers a mind-bending perspective: David Bohm's implicate order. Imagine a seemingly placid stream. The surface, with its ripples and currents, represents the explicate order, the reality we readily perceive, with distinct objects and separate events. But what if beneath that surface lies a deeper, more fundamental reality, a swirling, enfolded dimension where everything is interconnected? That's the implicate order. Bohm proposed that our reality isn't fundamental, but rather a projection from this deeper, enfolded order. Think of it like a hologram. The 3D image we see is encoded within a 2D interference pattern. Similarly, our reality, with its apparent separation and distinct objects, is a projection from the implicate order. Quantum entanglement provides a compelling analogy. When two entangled particles are separated by vast distances, they instantaneously influence each other. How can they communicate faster than the speed of light, seemingly defying the laws of physics? Bohm suggested that these particles aren't truly separate. They are connected through the implicate order, a deeper level of reality where distance ceases to exist. This challenges our classical, Newtonian view of the universe as a collection of separate objects interacting through forces. Bohm's implicate order suggests that everything is fundamentally interconnected, a seamless web of existence. Where one thing ends and another begins is merely an illusion of our perception. Consider the implications for consciousness. In the traditional view, consciousness is a product of the brain, an emergent property of complex neural networks. But what if consciousness is not confined to the brain? What if it's a fundamental aspect of the implicate order, a field of awareness that permeates all of reality? Are your thoughts merely your own, or are they connected to this larger field, influenced by and influencing the collective consciousness of humanity? If such a field exists, does it hold a record of everything that has ever happened? This brings us to the concept of the Akashic Records, a universal storehouse of all events, thoughts, and emotions that have ever occurred throughout time. The concept appears in various spiritual traditions, from Hinduism to Theosophy, each offering a unique perspective. Think of it as a cosmic library containing every book ever written, every song ever sung, every experience ever lived. Now, consider how this relates to Bohm's implicate order. Could the Akashic Records be a manifestation of this enfolded reality, a way for all information to be stored and accessed beyond the limitations of space and time? Imagine an intuitive individual, a psychic, or a medium claiming to access information from the Akashic Records. They might describe past events with startling accuracy, reveal hidden details about a person's life, or even glimpse potential future outcomes. Now, consider someone seeking insight into recurring patterns in their life, perhaps unhealthy relationship dynamics, or persistent financial struggles. If they could access the Akashic Records, they might gain a deeper understanding of the root causes of these patterns, tracing them back to past traumas, limiting beliefs, or even past life experiences. This understanding could then empower them to make conscious choices to break free from these cycles and create a more fulfilling future. Gaining access requires a shift in consciousness, a willingness to quiet the rational mind and open oneself to intuitive insights. Meditation, mindfulness practices, and focused intention can act as keys to unlock this hidden realm of knowledge. It's about moving beyond the limitations of linear time and embracing the interconnectedness of all things. But what happens when large groups of people share the same inaccurate memories? This brings us to the intriguing phenomenon known as the Mandela effect. Perhaps you remember the Berenstain Bears being spelled Berenstein Bears with an E instead of an O, or maybe you recall Darth Vader saying, "Luke, I am your father," in Star Wars, instead of the actual line, "Now I am your father." These aren't just isolated instances of faulty memory. They are collective false memories shared by millions of people across the globe. Could this be evidence of shifting timelines or subtle alterations to our shared reality? One explanation is simply memory error, or confabulation, our brains filling in gaps in our memories with plausible but inaccurate details. However, the scale and consistency of the Mandela effect suggests something more. Could these collective false memories be glimpses into alternate realities, timelines that once existed but have somehow shifted or merged with our own? Or are they a sign of subtle manipulations to our reality that we are only just now becoming aware of? Consider the implications. If our memories, the very foundation of our personal histories, can be so easily altered or misremembered on a mass scale, what does that say about the stability and objectivity of reality itself? This challenges the assumption that what we perceive and remember is always accurate, and it raises profound questions about the nature of truth and reality. Are we passive observers of a fixed reality, or are we active participants in its ongoing creation, with our collective consciousness subtly shaping the world around us? If our collective consciousness can influence reality, can we consciously choose our own timelines? This is the central premise of reality transurfing, a concept popularized by Vadim Zeland. Reality transurfing posits that reality exists as a space of variations, an infinite expanse of possible timelines, each with its own unique set of events and experiences. Think of it like a vast television with an infinite number of channels, each broadcasting a different version of reality. We are constantly surfing through these channels, unconsciously tuning into the timelines that resonate with our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. The key to conscious timeline selection lies in understanding how to deliberately choose the channels we wish to tune into. This involves harnessing the power of intention, visualization, and emotional alignment. To begin, visualize your desired outcome with vivid detail, focusing on the positive emotions associated with achieving your goal. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude as if it has already manifested. Align your intentions with your actions, taking concrete steps towards your desired outcome. Act as if you are already living in the reality you wish to create. However, it's crucial to understand that reality transurfing isn't about controlling reality or forcing your will upon the universe. It's about aligning yourself with the most favorable probabilities, harmonizing with the natural flow of events, and allowing your desired outcome to manifest effortlessly. It's about subtly influencing the direction of your life by choosing the timelines that best support your goals and aspirations. Experiment with these techniques, track your results, and observe how your perception of reality begins to shift. Exploring these concepts can be exhilarating, but it's important to acknowledge the potential dangers. It's easy to get lost in abstract thinking, becoming so focused on shifting timelines that you neglect your present responsibilities. Someone might become so engrossed in visualizing a future success that they fail to take the necessary steps to achieve it, neglecting the present for a hypothetical future. To counter this, grounding practices and a balanced perspective is key. Spending time in nature, connecting with supportive communities, and practicing mindfulness can help you stay rooted in the present moment while exploring the vast possibilities of reality. There's also a risk of falling into delusion or magical thinking, attributing unrealistic powers to your thoughts and intentions. A healthy dose of skepticism and a willingness to question your own beliefs are essential. Just because you believe something to be true doesn't necessarily make it so. Above all, ethical considerations are paramount. When exploring these concepts, always ask yourself, am I using this knowledge and power responsibly? Am I acting in a way that benefits not only myself, but also the greater good? The potential to influence reality comes with a great responsibility, and it's crucial to wield this power with wisdom and compassion. Now, what if our reality is just one level in a much larger structure? This leads us to the mind-bending possibility of nested simulations, multiple layers of reality, each with its own set of rules and parameters. Think of a video game with different levels, each more complex and immersive than the last. Or a dream within a dream, where each layer of reality feels incredibly real until you awaken to the next. Is it possible that our reality is just one simulation within a larger simulation, and so on, ad infinitum? Arguments for the simulation hypothesis range from the rapid advancements in virtual reality technology to the mathematical elegance of the universe, suggesting a coded structure. Arguments against it point to the inherent limitations of computation and the philosophical paradoxes that arise from infinite recursion. Ultimately, if reality is a simulation, it may be impossible to know the ultimate truth or the intentions of the programmers. We may be forever trapped within the confines of our simulated reality, unable to glimpse the world beyond. However, even if reality is a simulation, it doesn't diminish the importance of our experiences or choices. We still have agency and responsibility within our simulated world, and our actions still have consequences. What do you think? Are we living in base reality, or is this just another layer of the simulation? Understanding the nature of reality, whether simulated or not, has profound implications for humanity's future. Imagine unlocking advanced technologies based on a deeper understanding of quantum mechanics. preventing existential threats by manipulating the underlying code of reality, or evolving into a more conscious species capable of transcending the limitations of our simulated world. We might develop new forms of energy based on zero-point energy, cure diseases by manipulating the fundamental building blocks of life, or create advanced AI that surpasses human intelligence. Our future hinges on our ability to transcend limiting beliefs and embrace our full potential. We are on the verge of a major breakthrough in understanding ourselves and our place in the universe. The question is, will we embrace this opportunity and create a future worthy of our potential? But this raises the ultimate nagging question. If reality is a simulation, who are the programmers and what is their agenda? Are they advanced beings from another dimension, future versions of ourselves, or a higher intelligence beyond our comprehension? What motivates them to create and maintain this elaborate simulation? Are they conducting an experiment, seeking entertainment, or simply learning about the universe through our experiences? The truth is, the identity and intentions of the programmers may be forever unknowable. Perhaps their motives are so alien to our own that we could never grasp them, no matter how hard we tried. In the face of such uncertainty, it's essential to focus on our own growth and evolution rather than getting lost in endless speculation. Perhaps the programmers are observing us, providing feedback based on our choices, subtly guiding us towards a specific outcome. Or perhaps they are simply passive observers, allowing us to play out our roles without interference. Are we being guided or simply being observed? The answer, it seems, lies within ourselves. In Part 3, we'll go beyond theory and delve into practical techniques for accessing and manipulating reality. These aren't just mental exercises. These are tools that, with dedication and discipline, can unlock a deeper connection to the universe. We'll explore advanced meditation practices, energy work, and visualization techniques that can allow you to consciously shape your reality. These techniques require a willingness to challenge your own beliefs, step outside your comfort zone, and embrace the unknown. Mastering these will bring greater control over your life, enhanced creativity, and a profound connection to the universe. So prepare yourself for the next level of understanding and get ready to unlock your full potential. Subscribe now and stay tuned for Part 3, where we'll provide the tools and knowledge you need to become the architect of your own reality. So let's bring this all together. The you that you believe was born at a specific moment in time. That's merely an illusion, a convenient starting point within this grand, unfolding reality. You weren't born into existence. You've always existed, a timeless consciousness choosing to experience a particular sliver of the infinite possibilities. Think of it like booting up a video game. The character you select already exists within the game's code, fully formed with its own attributes and potential storylines. Your act of choosing that character simply initiates a specific playthrough, a unique sequence of events within a pre-existing framework. You are that character, eternally present, embarking on this particular adventure. The observer effect, the Akashic records, the Mandela effect, reality transurfing, these aren't disparate phenomena, but interconnected pieces of a larger puzzle. They're all pointing to the same underlying truth. That consciousness is not a passive observer, but an active participant in shaping reality. That information transcends space and time, and that our perceived reality is far more malleable than we've been led to believe. The observer effect demonstrates how the act of observation itself alters reality at the quantum level. The Akashic records suggest that all information is eternally stored and accessible. The Mandela effect hints at the fluidity of timelines, and reality transurfing offers techniques for consciously navigating the space of variations. All point to the influence of the observer. Understanding this shifts your focus from the endless pursuit of becoming something you're not, to the profound act of unveiling the self that you already are. You're not creating yourself from scratch. You're discovering the infinite potential that resides within you, a potential that has always existed and will always exist. Remember those questions we posed at the beginning about your identity, your purpose. The answers aren't out there to be found. They're in here, waiting to be revealed. We are not broken things that need fixing, but rather unlimited potential in the process of unfolding. This understanding catalyzes a profound shift. You move from being a passive recipient of reality, buffeted by fate and circumstance, to an active co-creator, consciously shaping your experiences. Imagine someone trapped in a cycle of victimhood, constantly blaming external forces for their misfortunes. Now, imagine them grasping the concept of the eternal, now, and realizing that they are not defined by their past traumas, but rather empowered to rewrite their narrative. By changing their perception of time, by reframing their past experiences, and by focusing on the present moment, they can break free from the victim mentality and step into a role of empowerment, consciously shaping their future. But how does this fit into the larger picture? How does the idea of the eternal now connect to concepts like reincarnation, karma, and enlightenment? These aren't separate, conflicting ideas, but rather different lenses through which we can view the same underlying reality. Think back to the film Real Analogy. Reincarnation could be seen as different frames, karma as the consequences of actions within a frame, and enlightenment as the awareness of the entire real. They are all interwoven aspects of the same cosmic narrative, different ways of experiencing the infinite possibilities within the eternal, now. They are not separate from the observer, but rather shaped by the conscious being. Synchronicities, those seemingly random coincidences that pepper our lives, aren't random at all. They're meaningful patterns, echoes from the implicate order, revealing the underlying structure of reality and your connection to it. Pay attention to these synchronicities in your own life. Treat them as messages, breadcrumbs leading you down a path of self-discovery. A repeated number, a chance encounter, a song that seems to speak directly to your soul, these are all whispers from the universe, guiding you towards your true potential. If you keep seeing the number 111, explore the meaning and its connection to your life, a chance meeting with someone who gives you a vital idea. What are the implications of all this? If we are all interconnected within the eternal now, how does this understanding impact our relationships with ourselves, with others, and with the planet? Recognizing this interconnectedness fosters greater compassion, empathy, and a profound sense of responsibility. Your actions ripple outwards, affecting the entire fabric of reality. Every thought, every word, every deed has consequences, shaping not only your own experiences, but also the experiences of others. Consider how this understanding might shift your choices. Would you be more likely to act with kindness, to practice forgiveness, to protect the environment, knowing that your actions have far-reaching effects? Embracing the eternal now has transformative potential for personal growth, healing, and spiritual awakening. It allows you to break free from limiting beliefs, heal past traumas, and live more authentically. Use this knowledge to consciously rewrite your story, to cultivate self-compassion, and to embrace the infinite possibilities that lie within you. Acknowledge that you are limitless and have the power to transform. So let's return to the question we posed earlier. Who or what is the architect of this reality, this simulation, this grand cosmic play? Perhaps the answer is simpler and more profound than we imagined. Perhaps we are the architects, each of us co-creating our own reality within the larger simulation, shaping the world around us with our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Our collective consciousness, our shared intentions, may be the driving force behind the unfolding of reality. Acknowledge that you have always had the power. And remember those recurring patterns, the circularity and holographic nature of reality. They point to the idea of self-similarity, the principle that the microcosm reflects the macrocosm. We are all microcosms of the larger universe, each containing the information of the whole. Understanding ourselves, our own inner workings, is key to understanding the nature of reality itself. Look at the patterns in nature. The branching of trees mirrors the network of veins in a leaf. The spiral of a galaxy echoes the swirl of water draining from a sink. These are all reflections of the same underlying principles, pointing to the interconnectedness of all things. Understand that you contain the key to the simulation, and your own consciousness and perspective can offer great insight. What about free will versus determinism? Do we have genuine choices, or are we simply puppets dancing to a pre-written script? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. We may have the freedom to choose which timelines to experience, even if those timelines are pre-existing, like a painter with a limited palette. The colors are fixed, the fundamental laws of physics, the underlying structure of reality, but the artist can choose how to combine them, creating an infinite array of unique and beautiful masterpieces. You decide what colors to use. In the end, perhaps the most important thing is to cultivate a sense of peace and acceptance, trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly according to the divine plan, whatever that may be. Let go of the need to control everything, to understand everything, to force your will upon the universe. Surrender to the flow, trust the process, and know that you are exactly where you need to be, exactly when you need to be there. It's already written, and you are exactly where you should be. But this is not the end, only a beginning. What is the nature of consciousness itself? What is the purpose of this elaborate simulation? And what is the potential for transcending the limitations of our current reality? These are questions that demand further exploration, questions that will continue to challenge and inspire us as we delve deeper into the mysteries of existence. I hope this video has helped provide insight. Perhaps advanced technologies and spiritual practices will one day unlock a deeper understanding of reality and our potential within it. Imagine a future where we can consciously communicate with other dimensions, manipulate the fabric of spacetime, and evolve into beings of pure light and consciousness. These possibilities are not merely science fiction. They are potential realities waiting to be discovered. Share your experiences and insights in the comments section below. Let's create a community of like-minded individuals supporting each other on this journey of self-discovery and collective awakening. Engage in discussions, share resources, and help each other navigate the complexities of this reality. And in future videos, we'll explore specific techniques for manipulating reality, such as advanced meditation practices, energy work, and visualization techniques. We'll go even deeper down the rabbit hole, uncovering hidden truths and unlocking your full potential. So stay tuned, subscribe, and get ready to take your understanding of reality to the next